Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode. Amanda looked at the TV screen and didn't know what to think. She was interested in what she had seen. She saw three people show up. She was shocked when she saw that they were in her house. She wished her home was better kept. She turned to look at her friend. This was all planned by her. A person then walked over to her oven and opened it, which she watched. When she saw what was inside, she gasped. Amanda had no idea that she would be in such a bad place in her life. She lived in a nice neighborhood in a lovely house. She had a great husband who loved her. The best part was when she found out she was pregnant with their first child after trying for a long time. It looked like everything was going to work out. She looked like she was going to have a great life. But like every other day, she woke up to a scary sight. It had been 3 years since Amanda and her husband tried to have a child. They both felt like it had been a long time, and Amanda felt closer to her husband because of it. It was clear she was wrong, though. Their house was finally finished being fixed up, and since she was pregnant, it was the right time. Amanda didn't believe things would get better. She had a point. Even though she was happy with how her life was going, she had no idea that it would take such a big turn. All of her dreams would come true, and her world would be turned upside down. She thought it was all too unfair. Things were already bad, but the man she loved was about to ruin everything. When Amanda called Anna, Anna came over right away to comfort her. She saw that her flower beds, which were usually well taken care of, were now dead. Who messed up the garden? Afraid, she used their secret knock to knock on the door. She had to step back when Amanda's frame finally showed up in the doorway. Amanda always put on her makeup carefully, even when she was pregnant. But her makeup was all over the place, her nose was red, and her eyes were huge. Anna didn't know what was going on with Amanda. She ran back to help her friend after washing a cloth under the kitchen sink. After that, she asked her where her husband was. It's been 3 years since we last tried, Anna. Amanda sucked her. She could no longer hold back her tears. Anna saw tears start to fall from her eyes. She gasped, "Well, it's all over." She used her arm to wipe her eyes. "I have no idea what to do." As she talked about what happened, her voice cracked. The husband of Amanda told her that he was leaving her without giving her any notice. He left because there was no chance of making things right. Amanda had no idea what was going on. She thought she woke up from a bad dream, but it was still going on. She was 36 weeks pregnant and had to pay her bills by herself. Her house was where she kept all of her savings. The one she and her husband had fixed up. Both of them had picked out all the fixings. She had no idea what to do. Amanda has been hurt very much. She had never seen her husband unhappy, so she knew they were a good match. She believed they had a wonderful life. Everyone and everything had worn Amanda down. She didn't know what to do next because she was going to have a baby soon. How would she deal with things? Her husband had left her for a younger woman and left her with all of their bills. It was too much for her to handle. She tried to figure out what was going on and had to ask her best friend for help. Anna found it hard to keep her tears from falling. Amanda had her first breakup, her first fight with John, and her jitters the day before her wedding. She was there for her. But none of them were as good as this. She hid from everyone. She only got out of bed to eat, go to the bathroom, or watch TV. Anna couldn't make her feel better. Amanda wouldn't leave the house for 5 weeks. But Anna wasn't going to leave her to suffer by herself. Amanda was very lucky to have her friend Anna there to help her feel better. Anna was always there for Amanda. She would pull her out of bed and bathe her. She made her favorite meals. She painted her nails while she was in bed, not moving. After that, Anna made a plan. She had a strange idea for how to help her friend, but it might be what she needed to get back on track with her life. Anna made the choice to be sneaky and dishonest, but she knew it would be worth it in the end. Her plan would work because she knew the right people. One last time, she dragged her friend out of bed. Amanda woke up in a room full of strangers, where she was numbly sharing her pain and feelings of betrayal to the world on live TV. Anna then pointed to the screen behind Amanda and told her to turn around. Amanda looked back at the screen and was not sure what to do. She had no idea what Anna was doing or what they were trying to show her, but being in this weird place helped her forget about everything. She kept looking at the screen to see what was going on. They were going into a house. She was scared when she learned it was her house. As soon as she saw her own house on the screen, she put a protective hand on her stomach. She knew deep down that this had something to do with her husband. What did her friend want to do? Before this, she had put all her trust in her, but now she felt like she had gone too far. Was she with him? Was she trying to make her look bad? There was no one she could trust anymore. The brave men opened the front door and walked down the hall, taking pictures of the mess for everyone to see. The camera moved across the mattress leaning against the wall and the boxes that were all over the floor of every room. She had been so upset when her husband left that she couldn't bring herself to unpack her things in the house they had bought together. She felt scared, embarrassed, and upset when she saw how messy her kitchen was while watching the strangers on the monitor walk through her house. Why didn't her friend tell her? Then, one of the guys went up to her oven and opened the door silly. She knew exactly what was going on when she saw what the camera showed inside, and she couldn't hold back her tears. There was a big wad of cash in the middle of the oven, neatly tied together. Amanda was sitting down and almost fell off. What was going on, though? Who and why did they hide the money in her oven? Did he have anything to do with this? When Anna saw Amanda's reaction, she smiled in a smart way. Her plan worked out. Anna had the idea to write to Keys 1065 and ask the hosts, Kyle and Jackie O, if they might give Amanda a chance to be on their Give Back section. It was after hearing Amanda's story that the radio show agreed to help. Amanda was glad that it wasn't related to the man who had turned her life upside down. Amanda had, of course, had no idea. The hosts asked Amanda and Anna to come to their studio to be guests on the show. Amanda had no idea what was going to happen. When Amanda got there, the waitress told her that they had a special program called Give Back. Amanda didn't know about it. People were happy to see her friend Anna and told that she had written to them and made this possible. People were told about Amanda's situation and how hard it was for her to get pregnant. Amanda was given the chance to tell her story. When she talked to Jackie O and Kyle, she said that the worst part was not knowing what would happen next. She said, "It's been about 5 weeks since it happened, which means her husband left her. That's the most important thing, I guess, because it wasn't really what we planned or what I planned." Amanda had been through a terrible tragedy so late in her pregnancy, and Jackie's words helped her a lot. "I want to keep the house and raise my child there," but Amanda said that but was her way of telling the hosts that she couldn't pay for the house by herself. What happened broke my heart. The radio hosts knew they couldn't help Amanda by themselves. So, they asked nearby companies to help and make what seemed like a terrible situation a little easier to handle. This amazing show was made possible by what happened next. It turned out that the Middlesex Academy Learning Center was very kind and gave Amanda $10,000 to help pay her debt. For a few months, she wouldn't have to think about where she and her baby would sleep. There were still more shocks to come, though. Amanda was shocked when they walked in the front door and gave her a vacuum cleaner that Scrub Online Cleaning Service had paid for. This meant that her house would be cleaned, and plans were made to keep it clean for the next 6 months, so Amanda doesn't have to worry about that part of things. They keep going through the house until they get to the kitchen and open the fridge. She was shocked to find meals from Eat Fit Foods in the fridge. Thankfully, they will be bringing fresh meals every day for the next 3 months. For one less thing to worry about, all the shopping will be taken care of. As they went on their tour, Amanda was surprised to see a table full of baby stuff. It was full of things worth $4,000, like a stroller, car seat, change table, baby monitor, and more. Baby Village even gave me a $1,000 ticket for a baby picture shoot as if that wasn't enough. Amanda was speechless at this point. She sat there with a big smile on her face and tears running down her cheeks. There was a huge weight taken off of her shoulders, making her feel free. Amanda is crying now, but thankfully they are happy tears of joy. She had been worried about how she would handle being a young mother by herself for 5 weeks. She had no way to take care of herself or her new baby. As soon as she woke up that morning, she had no idea how much her life would change. Anna, her friend, was sitting next to her. Anna looked just as excited as Amanda. She felt very lucky to have been a part of this. In order to help her friend have what was supposed to be a happy time in her life, she planned this special event. Amanda felt excited about the future all of a sudden, thanks to the radio station and other businesses in the area. Amanda was so moved that she could only say, "I can't tell you how much this means to me. I don't have to move now." Amanda was able to scream through her tears. Amanda had not planned or even hoped for this year to be the one she is having. But thanks to the kindness and help of strangers, this young woman who was going to be a mother had a new and bright future ahead of her. She could finally unpack and rearrange her furniture to get settled in her new home and make plans for her life with her new baby. Australian radio hosts Kyle Sandilands and Jackie O host the breakfast show The Kyle and Jackie O Show on Keys 106.5 in Sydney. In Australia, the pair is known for their givebacks. Their friend Amanda was having a hard time, so Anna wrote them a letter asking for help. They were happy to help the new mom. The camera caught Amanda's emotional response to the surprise help. Because Kyle and Jackie O put the movie on YouTube, it went popular very quickly. It was 2015 when the video came out. The sweet movie has been watched over 5 million times so far. The video's description says, "When we heard Amanda's story, we knew we had to give her a back that she would never forget." Amanda and her husband tried many times for 3 years but couldn't have a child. She was finally able to get pregnant, and she is now 36 weeks along with her first child. After fixing it up, they moved into their first home about 2 months ago, the YouTube caption says next. Things were going well for Amanda and her young family. But things went horribly wrong about a month ago when her husband quit living in the family house. The title of the picture asks, "What did Amanda find out when we put a camera in her house?" But how did people who watched the film or listened to the original show respond to Amanda's story? All of the responses to the video have one thing in common: Amanda's tears of joy when she realizes she won't have to lose her home are heartbreaking. A lot of people say the video made them cry. But this video makes me feel more than just happiness. Other users also had questions. What kind of selfish jerk tries for so long to get pregnant and then, 36 weeks after he finally does, leaves her with a mortgage she can't even begin to pay? Someone who was mad wrote, "What did it mean? It's been 36 weeks since he found out he wasn't ready to be a dad. Did it take him 2 years of renovations?" A lot of questions. Although Amanda would have still been upset about her husband leaving her, she could now rest easy knowing that she had everything she needed for the birth of her adorable baby. And no one would have thought that such a big surprise would be hidden in a place as strange as an oven. What doesn't seem important to some can mean everything to someone who needs it. We take so many things for granted that we forget how much other people might value them. A little giving, kindness, and paying it forward can make everyone feel a little more human at the end of the day. You never know what someone else is grateful for. It goes without saying that true friends are priceless, and Amanda was one of those friends. During Amanda's tough time, Anna, her best friend, was determined to do something amazing to help her. She did it. Anna set up people who were basically strangers to help her friend get out of the terrible position she was in, which Amanda could not believe. Nobody ever thinks they will be left alone when they need help or are at their weakest. We all wish it wouldn't happen, but it will. What we need to do is come together as a group to help those who are in need. There are times when we might be in a tough spot and need help from our neighborhood. That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for more amazing stories.